It's all going to be crammed in between now and Sunday of next week. Okay, so, all right, alternate control X, here it is, and I'm going to go for this thing called the Open File Dialog, OPEN. Here's my Open File Dialog, and notice one thing, when I put it in, poof, it doesn't appear as something visible on the form. It appears on the tray here simply to tell you, yes, you have your Open File Dialog in the form, but it is not something that you see on the form like you see your button. We don't use up screen estate, to show you that. But it's there, it's available to you. And as we said, first thing we're gonna do, we added something, right away, let's give it a proper variable name, not Open File Dialog 1, but Open File Dialog _, and this is going to be for, now, remember what did we have for the other thing? We have called load ticker, remember that? Okay, so, hey, let's call that one load ticker also. Suddenly, that load ticker is associated with all the controls that are for loading the ticker. Convention. You may have thought I was crazy or whatever when I was telling you way at the beginning, convention, you can build world with convention. When I'm gone from this world, some of you will remember that and say, yeah, we had this guy, this Dr. Johnson, he said that, I remember years ago. Holy crap, he was real. With conventions, you can create worlds. I'm going to keep repeating that. And I'm going to illustrate. So with this convention, hey, load ticker. We have the button, load ticker. We have the Open File Dialog, load ticker. Okay? Now, we hit enter, and it tells us, okay, that's what it calls it. Okay. What would we like to do now? You may not quite understand that part. But we say, okay, we want that when the user clicks on load ticker, let's bring up now the file dialog so that they can go and take a look at the files they want. So right now I'm going to go to the load ticker button. I'm going to go to the properties of that, which is already there, but I want the event. I want to know when you clicked on me. And by the way, right away it takes you to click, because click is the default event for most every control. Because how do you typically interact with controls? You kind of click on them. Now some, you type in them, but whatever makes really the most sense is where it's going to take you. Where in our case, we want to go to click, and it has its own convention for specifying the names of the event handlers. It's the name of the control, and then the name of the event. Well, we've already got our conventions for the name of the control, so we really don't have to do anything. We're kind of piggybacking on its convention, which is name of control, name of event, where the name of the control will follow our own convention, so we can just let it pick the name. I just double click, and bang, here's our event handler. And how is that event handler called? It's the name of the control, but that's what we chose. Button load, this says this is going to come from the button load ticker. That's how we name our button. And then underscore the name of the event that we are handling. So this is pretty clear, pretty simple, pretty understandable. Again, because of convention, okay, let's say, all right, this is the event handler for the click event associated with the button load ticker. And because of that, the only effort we had to do was to